What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod.
Okay. Let's wake it up. Hey, before I even start with what I have to say, if y'all haven't already and you are subscribed to the Patreon, make sure y'all go check out the latest episode. It's called Sunnydale. For those that grow up in the know, y'all know what that is. Hey, shout out to the whole episode. This whole episode had me intrigued. And you know my messy behind. They were dropping revelatory things throughout the whole episode. Oh my goodness. First, shout out to Immani. Round of applause for Immani. Evasion. He made his return. I saw Danny's video yesterday, so we already knew he was coming back, but still, salute to you. You were able to realize that you did have a little contingency out here after all. You did have a little base. And Joe kind of figured that out as well when he suspended you. We'll get to that a little later. Hey, Ish, shout out to you. Ish is waking it up. Ish been waking it up as of late. I'm not going to hold you. He's been letting things slip. He don't even care anymore. When they was talking about betting, and Joe said bet a whole month up here, he said 20 racks. I don't make 20. Whoa. So you're telling me that you make 200 or less each year from the JBP. Got it. Flip said he asked Joe, what do I have to do to get the Rory and Maul 40K a month number? So that's telling me that number was real. That Rory wasn't lying when he said that they got paid 40K a month. Apparently Joe told Flip what he had to do. Has he done it or not? We don't know, because Flip alluded to that as well. I can guarantee it has something to do with subscription numbers, whether it's YouTube or Patreon or them combined. We'll never know. And that's what Flip was saying. Nigga, I could see the YouTube numbers because it's public domain. I can't see shit about the Patreon numbers though, because that's your IP. So if you tell us, then that's one thing. But if we can't see the numbers, how are we supposed to know if we're increasing the value of the pod? That was, very revelatory. That's just one thing. Ish. Shout out to calling Joe out on his shit. Let's get into it. Immani said he has grounds to sue or have a lawsuit against the JBP if they would have wrongfully terminated him. He already alluded to himself sitting down. I was going to take 2 episodes off myself. But if y'all fired me over this, I have grounds to sue y'all niggas. Is this COE? Is Immani full of shit? Who knows? But he was speaking with a little bravado in his voice. He meant it. He meant it. And of course, that conversation segued into what Joe has as a fireable offense. We're all in the know on this. We woke this shit up months ago. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and check the JBP Elevated playlist. It's still there. Immani fucked Melissa. Melissa fucked Immani. I said that in one of my predictions videos. For whatever reason, they're still talking in code about this. But let's speak on that. Can you fire me for this? I know in a corporate setting, I could absolutely get fired for this. I'm not even supposed to talk to your co-workers like that. That's not even no, hell no. You can't do that. Fraternization? Hell no. But Immani said it best. Now that you've suspended me for actions that you deem detrimental outside of work, now I know I have to take this serious like a corporate job. At first, I wasn't doing as much. And it's not just Immani that feels that way. None of them treat this like a corporate job. Why do you think Ian and Joe have been ramping it up on camera, showing us how they feel about their entity? This is a corporation. We need to start treating it as such. But Immani is making a lot of astute points. You got to stop teetering that line. Be my boss, nigga. Be the boss, nigga. Joe said he don't even like using that word. I don't want to be known as the boss, but you are the boss. Because when Joe was alluding to Immani fucking Mel, Immani was alluding to Joe fucking somebody that worked there too. That's the part that's going to go over somebody's head. Joe, you be fucking these hoes too. So if you're going to fire me, yes, you can do that as the boss of the JBN, but don't think I'm just going to go lightly. I don't think I heard any joke in Immani's voice when he was saying this. He means it. Fire me on these grounds if you want to, nigga. I'll burn this whole ship down. He was not playing. Shout out to Is for having Flip's back and for telling Joe straight to his face that he was the aggressor. I could have told you they had an argument about this shit. Matter of fact, I did. Joe was pissed about this Immani shit. Shout out to Parks for trying to get ahead of it. Hey, is this COE? Because if Immani would have told Parks it was COE, Parks would have ran and told Joe it was COE, and it's all part of the program. But Immani told Parks the truth. So I guarantee Joe probably didn't even see this shit and heard about it because of Parks. So he was going to have to explain himself one way or the other. But when it comes to Joe being the aggressor to Flip, you can't suspend me for stealing off on a nigga when you show the same attributes, sir. That's why Immani's saying you got to stop tethering the line. Don't teeter back and forth. You're either my boss or you're not, nigga. This is why it gets tricky when you get friends into the business. It gets very tricky. But Flip, I'll answer your question for you. You did surpass those numbers, sir. Joe's Cullinan showed you that. Joe's Ferrari showed you that. Y'all are pocket watching, but y'all aren't pocket watching for the right things. Now that you let this be known, I see why Flip is constantly pocket watching. Show me the numbers. They said it. Audit. I'm not calling for an audit, but yes, nigga, show me the numbers. This is why I'm trying to run up my shit so I could get just the slightest inclination of what is going on behind the scenes with Joe. I see Joe's working. I see Joe's moving. I see Joe's doing all these numbers. If I could get 10% of that, I'll have the slightest inclination as to what it is he's doing. Give me my 40 a year or a month, I guess. But no, this is a very, very revelatory episode. Whenever they speak on Immani and Melissa, fucking notice how Melissa never contributes to the conversation. I'm not saying this because it's not true. Don't include me into this. This is an embarrassing moment for me. And I'm not saying that Immani didn't hold it down or handle his business. What we do outside the pod doesn't need to be included on the pod. I get mad at Philip for bringing up my personal shit on the pod. Why the fuck would y'all keep bringing this up? And her actions to me lets me know that they can still fuck each other. I told y'all just the last time I recorded. Hey, Immani, pay attention to Melissa sticking up for you. Pay attention to that. The reason Melissa doesn't say anything or contribute to these conversations is because in her eyes, and possibly Immani's eyes, they weren't just fuck buddies. So now there's a whole different dynamic in play. They're clowning because they think it's a one-time thing. It could expand past that. But Immani, I told you on the last episode, I'm not going to fuck with you if you asked out, nigga. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you can get this bread. But I'm not going to fuck with you if you asked out. Now, this is just me speculating. Because this is fun at this point. This is a good episode. I don't have anything negative to say about the episode if that's why y'all can't. I'm just getting my thoughts off because they was just letting shit fly this episode. And the two people that I always say are the control variables were very, very quiet when this exchange was going on. It was about a 30 to 45 minute exchange. 20, 25 minutes. I'm exaggerating. But Ice and Parks didn't say shit. They didn't say a motherfucking thing. So we got to pay attention to a bunch of dynamics going forward. A bunch of them. It said he didn't sign the contract for 2 years. Who's to say he signed this most recent one? But then in his dumbass brain, he said he's taking the lesser end and he's winning somehow. I guess you got your foot out still. After 3 years, you still got your foot out. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all. I apologize for the breaks. But like I said, business is picking up. I will make sure I'm in tune. I have to go watch the BTS from yesterday because I didn't know they was going to be releasing shit like this. So man, I got to go back to the BTS. I still haven't watched Podwise, so give me a minute on that one. But we're going to get right back to this daily upload, and I'm going to make sure I get some videos out for y'all guys. I appreciate y'all support. Make sure y'all engage in the comment section. Leave y'all thoughts. I don't care if it's positive or negative. Let's engage. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the page if you haven't already. Once again, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay safe out here. Peace.